Today in Free Field Training, we're going to be talking about noise canceling microphones. I have been using a noise canceling microphone for a very long time at work. This is my radio at work. This is the mic that I generally use. It's made by Motorola. I didn't buy any of this stuff. The microphone on the back down here cancels out any of the background noise and only brings your voice through that speaks through the front. Generally speaking, this doesn't work for me, and I'm going to talk about why I put tape over the back microphone when I'm at work in a minute here. It's mostly about the way that I use it, but it might be interesting to some of you. If you work in an industry where you are in a very loud environment, but radio communication, especially on business or FRS or MERS radios, is important to you. A company called Retivis sent me two of their FRS radios that are kind of designed for light business use. They'd be useful for inside in a bar or a nightclub or something like that, and a noise canceling headset that has separate charging features. So this little noise canceling dongle on here, there's a microphone on the top and on the bottom. So the bottom one is what's canceling out, and the top one is what you're speaking into. You have to charge it separately, and there's an on-off switch on it. So how this works is it plugs into the radio. It's a little, looks like a Kenwood plug on there. It's designed to work with their radios. You clip this to your lapel, and this is what you speak into. There's a little push to talk. You can speak into it to talk on the radio, and then there's a separate thing on here that we clip somewhere near our ear, and there's a clear listen-only tube that you come around and plug into your ear, so that in a loud environment, it plugs it straight into your brain, and you can speak, and it cancels out the background noise. Now, I have never used this system before, and what we are going to do is we're going to test both of these up against each other. So the one that I use at work, this one uses the power of the radio to power it. This one from Retivis has a separate battery pack in it. What I did is I charged both of these a week ago, and I charged the radios a week ago and let the battery sit. So we're going to get in this a week ago and let the battery sit so that we understand how it's going to work if we just pull it off the shelf and it's been sitting for a while, because I think that's a pretty honest, realistic test of the batteries on the radio and how well they're going to work in real world situations. And I've got two other radios that I'm going to sit down here in my studio, and I'm going to bring these with the noise canceling features up to my garage, and I'm going to take my backpack blower, because I have a Echo 9010T, I think it's called, and it is the loudest and most powerful backpack blower that's available on the market right now. I'm going to fire it up, and we're going to try these at idle and see how they sound down here in the basement from my garage. It's basically just a wall difference, so there shouldn't be a lot of interference with the radios themselves. We'll be testing basically just the sound deadening capabilities of these two radio mics. And then I'm going to try it maybe at 25% throttle, 50% throttle, and at full blast, because that hurts your ears loud. I doubt they're going to work at that, but we'll see. And we're going to see which one of these systems works better at those different volume levels and give you a realistic understanding of how well the noise canceling works and what you can expect from noise canceling microphones on public safety radios, business radios, and even down to like the cheaper FRS radios. I'll be interested to see whether or not having a separate system that is powered in order to do noise canceling does better than having it powered off of the radio, what type of difference that can make. It is a complication that would be a concern for me if the communications that I was putting this over were critical. I also wouldn't be using FRS radios if the communications that I was dealing with are critical, because these are widely available. You can just go to Walmart and get an FRS radio that'll actually outshoot this. It'll overpower it and jam it out. But as far as the noise canceling capabilities, that's what we're going to be testing today. So I'm going to take these up to the garage, and we're going to test a couple of methodologies of putting this on and using it as a noise canceling radio. Maybe you'll see why I don't generally use the noise canceling feature. I put tape over the back when I'm at work because of the way I wear this, and how well this works, speaking both directly into the top like you're supposed to, and maybe off to the side if you're going to try to mount something like this on your shirt, and we'll see how well they work out. We'll come back down here and talk about it a little bit maybe. All right, I'm going to go upstairs, and I'm going to set the radios up down here. All right, so I have my backpack blower, which is absolutely ear-splittingly loud. It also has a cruise control throttle on it, which allows me to kind of set it and then walk away from it and let it run so we can get different noise levels at different distances from the backpack blower. I'm inside my garage now. I'll be opening the door up in a second, which will let a little more light in here. So hopefully the video quality gets a little better. But I'm going to do a control test first on both radios so you can see with no background noise, the garage closed up, nobody in the house except the dog scurrying around upstairs, what it sounds like through the mics without any noise canceling going on whatsoever. So I've got the Retivis one fired up, and here is on the top the mic that we talk into, and the other one we point away from us. Radio check, com check, 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1.
Radio check, com check, 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1.
So that's the Retivis first. And second, radio check, com check, 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1.
Radio check, com check, 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1.
Right. So that's what it sounds like straight out of the gate, no background noise. So whatever that microphone picks up is what it should be putting out. And also the way they tell you to talk to it. So straight into both of these mics. Next, I am going to show you what it sounds like when it's mounted on your lapel with no background noise. So we'll start with the Retivis. So this is test 3. Clip it to your lapel. Key up and radio test, com test, 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. And then on this, if we clip this to our lapel the way we would using it at work, so not speaking into it the way they tell you to on the instructions, but the way it would actually be used by a cop or security guard wearing it on their vest. Radio check, com check, 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1.
Radio check, com check, 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1.
So that's going to be our baseline. Next, I'm going to fire this up, and we're going to get some noise near it, far away from it, and at different speeds to give an idea of how much noise canceling happens. So this is just an idle, just idle. Radio check, com check.
Radio check, com check, 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Radio check, com check, 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Local.
Now on the Retivis. Camera back a little bit. I'm taking it back a few feet. Forward. Just still idle.
Radio check, com check, 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Motorola. Radio check, com check, 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Motorola.
And Retivis.
54321. Radio check, com check. 12345 54321.
So now we're talking pretty much just background ambient noise. The shotgun mic isn't pointed straight at it. See how they both do. Radio check, com check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Motorola. Radio check, com check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Motorola. Radio check, com check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Retivis.
Radio check, com check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Motorola. Radio check, com check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Motorola.
All right, let's see if we learned anything interesting. So what do we learn from all of this other than I am probably the best dressed, most in shape, and best looking cop giving you advice on the internet? Well, one thing that we learned is if you buy something for $180 that says it's noise canceling and something for under $30 that says it's noise canceling, significantly under $30 and says it's noise canceling, there's going to be a massive difference in how well this technology works. Even when it's used improperly, clipped to my lapel with me talking straight down at it, this still works better than this. Although if you're going to use one of these, if you're going to buy this for noise canceling capability, I recommend that you put it on a fob on your shoulder and turn the whole mic toward you in order to speak into it. That'll help with the noise canceling capabilities of these. If you speak down at them, as you can see from the video, it doesn't work nearly as well. The noise canceling on this I don't think is completely baked on the Retivis little ear mic thing. I don't particularly like these little earplug mics, but I figured I would give this a try for the noise canceling technology. And I know there's a lot of people that are working at nightclubs and bars doing security and stuff that watch the channel that would see this setup on Amazon for like $30. Link down below if you're interested. If you use that link, I make a little bit of money on it. If I can find one of these, I'll put a link to that also on Amazon. If you use that link, I make a little money on it. But these are a really tempting thing to get into for people who are doing a security gig where they only need radios to go from the back of the store to the front. Especially the FRS and MERS versions of these. They're really, really tempting. If the battery dies on this or you don't turn it on, it still operates as a lapel mic and a listen earphone with the radio powered off of the radio. You have to charge this through a little mini USB on the side. If you don't charge it, the noise canceling doesn't work. So that's something to be aware of. I'm not sure that the noise canceling on this is worth any extra money to buy this, but if it's something that you're looking at and the extra, little bit of money to go from the normal one to the noise canceling one, you think it's worth it because you're working in a club or a bar or something, now at least you know what you can expect out of this setup. If your communications are life critical, I would not be using this type of thing for those communications. If you were going to talk with your kid from your house to your backyard, whatever. If you're saying, hey, we need more kegs to the bar from the basement, perfect. If it's about the drive-through order that the guy has around the corner, that's great. If it's, hey, can you pick that box up from receiving and bring it over here to shipping, that's great. Life-critical communications I wouldn't use this type of thing for. I would highly recommend you get something made by an actual professional company, not necessarily Motorola. There's lots of companies that make good public safety type radios. I've used Motorola and Kenwood and had pretty good results with both of them. If you have any comments or questions, or you're a radio guy that wants to scream at me about how the test was done or whatever, I want to tell you that all of the audio from this, I didn't mess with the audio gain on it. I barely know how to mess with audio gain to start with, which you can see from the quality of any of my videos. But I didn't mess with the audio gain on any of these demonstrations. It's all whatever the microphone picked up, that's what you got, which is why I put that noise warning right before I started the backpack blower. I know in some portions of the video you probably couldn't hear me. I'm sorry about that, but I wanted to keep the integrity of what you're hearing is what you would hear in real life, and the different volume levels between the radios, what you're hearing, what I'm speaking into it, and what you're going to get out of it. Till next week, guys, be safe. Take care of each other. Hey, thanks for watching Free Field Training on YouTube. And while you're here, why don't you check out some of these other goofy videos that I've made? Or you could subscribe, or maybe go over to Patreon and see how you get your name put on the videos, like these fine folks over here. All the links are, of course, down in the description. We'll see you guys next time.